Hey folks, what a view behind me. I'm at Black Bull Markets headquarters here in Auckland, New Zealand. Speaking of views, you can get TradingView paid plans for free at Black Bull Markets, saving you up to $600 a year. Get either the Essential Plus or Premium plans absolutely free. All you need to do is trade from one lot a month at Black Bull Markets. And you can also get a 100% deposit bonus for your first deposit up to $1,000. All you need to do is click the Trading Nut link in the description below. Our sponsor Blue Guardian is the only prop firm that gives their traders a tool to protect them from hitting their max daily loss and over trading. It's super simple to use. Just set the Guardian Protector each day from your dashboard. Did you also know that they've just released an unlimited time evaluation with a 0 trading days requirement, giving you plenty of time to hit their low 8 and 4% targets, making it super fast to get funded. Plus, it's cheaper than the 40-day time limit evaluation. Check out the link and coupon in the description to get 10% off your next Blue Guardian evaluation.
Good morning, everyone. Yeah, good, mate. How are you? Yeah, it was all right. It was yeah, she was we got back like about between 4 and 5 yesterday evening. She didn't sit, like, it was a tough flight for her. A tough couple flights. So yeah, yesterday was pretty shattering day. Anyway, we're back to the charts. Now, just a quick heads up. I played around with the settings on the computer when I was traveling for when I was trying to do some of the streams when I was away. Now back. Let's see what the settings are going to be like. So I tried my best, but some may be loud, some may be quiet. Let me know. Let me know if you guys can hear me or hear the music in the background. If it's too loud, let me know. You can't hear it? Yeah, I figured that was probably going to be the biggest issue. But that's right. It does annoy some. I can barely hear it myself. I know it's pretty sensitive on here. Anyway, let's have a little look. So yesterday we had CPI, kind of rusty. I've got to get back into it because the last week I was away, basically just didn't really look at the charts too much. It was just actually spending time with the family. So we went to the zoo and stuff and stayed, just pretty much chilled, which is good. But a lot happened in the chart. So yesterday, let's go have a look. We had CPI. It's funny because I was away for a month, and the day I landed was Feb 13 in Australia, and then that was CPI then as well. So basically, like a full month has gone by. Inflation pretty much hasn't budged. So we've got CPI, the actual read came a little bit higher than the analysts expected. It's been pretty sticky for the last 5-6 months. Hasn't really been dropping like this actual CPI year on year. It's been hovering around this 3.2 since July, or 3% even. Where's my pen? I lost my mouse as well when I was away. I don't know how I did that. Okay, so we've basically been flat since July last year, but the core's come down, which I think is what led to a lot of the rally in the stocks. Is that the CPI, even though the headline hasn't budged for the last 6 or 7 months or so, core CPI is coming down. So it's still you see these numbers here don't really reflect what the actual, if you put a chart onto a graph, but core CPI is still playing this trajectory. Headline, which was the other one without core, has actually done something like this, something like that. So as long as this one's intact, inflation's coming down, and that's what I believe. That's what I believe is led to that stocks rallying yesterday. I'm assuming it's just going to continue, so I'm not going to try fight the trend at all. We'll just continue to look for longs, but I can't long for where it is at the moment. So being up here, all-time highs, I don't want to long that. So let's see. So I don't really want to short it, but I don't want to take longs from here. So I'm kind of left with nothing to do on German 40. NAS is looking just super, super strong as well. So if we can, let's go to daily chart. So look at this trend, just super intact since October lows, pushing up, looking like it's going to go fill this area. I'd be careful with rejections inside of this whole zone, this wick. So it could be a bit of a bumpy ride in there. So I'll probably trade this in New York, not actually in London Open. I think the best chance is going to be either looking for shorts on gold or shorts on, any of these yen crosses, looking to go long the yen, especially against like US yen. So that would be shorting. So apart from them, I'll keep my eye on that one. I'll keep my eye on German longs if we can get a bit of a pullback, or plan some gold sells. I think that's the best bet. Oh yeah, some comments. So yeah, those boxes are the sessions. These are. Oh, I've got to adjust this as well because of daylight savings. So because daylight savings started on Monday. Cool. That should be a bit better. So always a bit of an annoying little period in time when the daylight savings is shifting, because now when we go back and have a look, this is going to be a little bit skewed because I've just moved the New York session an hour earlier, but it really is only accurate from this day here. So Friday's not going to be very reliable. This because the sessions, the highs and lows, aren't entirely accurate because of the daylight savings shift. Anyway, tell me guys, how you been for the last week? It's only a small class here. Where is everyone? Yes. Yeah. But will that do it for all of them though? Because UK hasn't done the daylight savings, neither has Asian session. Yeah. It's quite annoying. So we've got daylight savings, Australia. Oops, spelled that wrong. Anyway, that's going to be second Sunday of April, or first Sunday, whatever it is. So that one, good for the Aussies here, because that means that UK and US session is going to become an hour earlier. Maybe good for some, bad for others, depending on if you're traveling back from work. And now UK is our last week. Our last Sunday. So yeah, first Sunday and last Sunday, finally, once all the clocks have shifted, everything will be back to normal again. Cool. All right, so is there 2 streams going? I'm not really sure because I can't see any comments. Oh, sorry. I mean the on YouTube. Yeah. Cool. Hey, Doug. How are you? Thanks for hosting some. Yeah, legends. Really helped out. Cool. All right. So have they got one going now? Yeah, I didn't see anything. I assumed it'll be here. Anyway, I'm sure they'll turn up. First day back. Cool. Alrighty. So gold. Did anyone trade CPI yesterday? How'd you go? Yeah, the sell's like, it was pretty nasty 30-minute candle. So if we go and have a little look at it on the 5-minute, maybe it's probably might be the 1 minute. I need to go back and have a look. Because like when it just CPI came out a little bit higher than expected, although just the way I explained before, straight away shot down like 130 pips. And then it did a nasty full correction to take out the London high, get back into like this Asian area, and then it just dumped. So pretty nice move. I was pretty much only just getting off we only just got our bags when CPI came out. And I saw the number, and then price pushed down and pushed all the way up. I was pretty shocked to see like 2180 again. Did manage to catch only like a real tailwind. Had to wait for ages, like for the bags. I basically got it in from like here, like way after. Price shot down, and then took profit just on this wick. So only a little piece of the move, but pretty good. Pretty good example of not having to trade the actual news. Just waiting, like let the news digest. Especially, I think that lesson as well. We'll talk about it for the study session this weekend, but I think it's even more paramount now since what they've been doing lately with these stats coming out. So CPI, there was the last one was it came out. If I do year on year, actually, no, I'll do. Which was the easiest showing? It's not really showing at the moment on here, but I'm sure maybe there's a glitch in Forex Factory. Oh no, sorry, it was core PCE. Yeah, that's it, not PC, not CPI. So core PCE, when that came out, was back over. I'm not hurrying to take a trade right now because it's 15 minutes for London Open. So I think this is a pretty good idea to talk about this. So core PCE, here it is. When core PCE came out, 0.4%, it was an immediate reaction to this number. And people thought like, oh, look, it came in as expected. So that should be almost bearish for gold. But gold did the opposite. Gold just absolutely just skyrocketed. And what people didn't see at the time was that these two numbers, so November 30, and then also the January 26. So when these core PCE readings came out, so this one came out 0.4%. Everyone thought, oh, inflation is still high. That's going to be bad for good for US dollar, bad for stocks, bad for gold. And it was excellent for gold, excellent for stocks. And it's because that these two reads came out and they were actually revised lower at the same time. So you saw it went from like initially November was reported at 0.2% and January the same. Then it got revised down, revised from 0.2 down to 0.1, and then same as this one. So even though this number, this 0.4 came out flat, it was actually minus 0.2% in revisions at the same time. So that was, inflation's coming down, which was good for gold, well, bad for the US dollar, good for stocks. So we saw another example of that just recently. We go over to and this for March was the second Friday of March. It was when non-farm payroll came out. So this number came out super high, like a much bigger beat on the forecast of 200. But at the same time, when this number was coming out, they had revisions. So they had revisions from that one was revised higher, but this one, Feb 2, 353,000, revised down to 229. So like 130,000 jobs cut. So now it's like, is this number actually even real? This 275? Or is it going to be revised down lower or higher? So it's pretty hard to trade when the number first comes out and you see, look, green number, and you think that I know what that means. That usually means good for US dollar. But at the same time, if you're not paying attention to these revisions, these could be like little sneaky newses that change the whole scope of this. So, if it was just looking at this read, 275, which was a beat of plus 77K, and then also in the last month, which was revised down, minus 124,000, you're left with a net deficit. So it was actually like a bad NFP. I know there was other revisions here as well, and I know you can look under the hood and look at what the quality of the jobs. But it's just an example of like when the number first comes out, don't need to necessarily trade the first 5 minutes or even the first 10 minutes of the news. Wait, have a look, see really what's going on. Know that there's going to be dramatic pullbacks, and then just grab like a little piece of the move at the end, because you can easily pick up 50, 100 pips easily from on gold or some of these indexes, just being like really late to the party. Anyway, that was my little rant. So today, what are we? You guys got any ideas? Sorry. Yeah, it all arrived. Yeah, we packed the pram and the car seat with the bags this time, rather than giving it at the gate. Yeah. Hey, Dave, how are you? It's good. Yep. Yeah, I was just speaking about that. All good. Yeah, so core PCE was went up a little bit. Okay. So CPI actually grew the headline. This is the headline. And then you've got the core. So whilst headline has been sticky since July, core is, even though it's gone up a little bit, so instead of being forecast at 0.3, the actual came out at 0.4. But then if you look at the anniversary month, which was back in March, back here, so 0.4 replaced 0.5. So if you graph this, if you graph two lines where you've got core PCE, let me see if I can actually find it. Core PCE. Oh, sorry. Core CPI and CPI headline. See if we can get this. Yeah, sure. Say it again. What's that? Who is it? This is what I was thinking then when you're saying it. Yeah, but you do. Okay, so I'll try to explain this. I'll just draw it because I can't find the graph on hand. So you've got okay, the time down here. Probably could have chose better. Inflation here on this side. Then you've got headline, which over COVID. So let's put COVID over here. COVID stim. Okay. So inflation went up here, and then it's come down. And it's been like this. So up here was 10%. 10% inflation. Here is around 3%. Okay, so that is just headline, which is not core. Just headline, and it's been sticky since July. So you can see over here that it's been stuck. Stuck since July, 3%. So inflation sort of hasn't really gone anywhere. And then you've got the core CPI, which some think that this takes out some of the real volatile stuff and is probably a better read of household stuff. This never went up as high and is doing like this. So it is, I think it got as high as like 6%. So never got as high as the overall, which includes like energy sector and like just, cost of gas and just stuff that went absolutely nuts. So when this core CPI came in 0.1% higher than forecast, everyone saw this as inflation's coming higher. But because of the anniversary of 0.5% coming out and being replaced by 0.4, that meant that overall core CPI year on year actually decreased by 0.1, which has been maintaining this trajectory that's pretty smooth trajectory downside. So inflation is still on track if you look at core CPI. So that's led to confidence that inflation is still being handled, and indices business, it's still nothing. Inflation didn't bounce high enough that it's going to change the Fed from holding any longer, and they still think that it all still points to a June rate cut. Hence, indices went up. Okay, now for German's an interesting one. German, I still can't quite get my head around why it is so freaking bullish. So I'm trying to explore the possibility that because Germany, as well as like the US, a lot of the goods that they produce is actually produced outside of Germany. That the goods that they manufacture are outside of Germany. So I'm just wondering if that's got something to do with US dollar weakening, leading to more improvement for emerging economies, because they've been under a lot of pressure since with the strengthening, the hardening of the US dollar. So if emerging markets can actually have some sort of relief with the US dollar coming down, that's going to lead to more production, more manufacturing. And wonder if that's got something to do with the German 40, because German 40 is made up a lot. Like they don't have as much exposure to the technology sector. That's why I can't quite understand why it's so freaking bullish. And I'm not trying to argue with the fundamentals. Everything's still going upwards to the right. So we should still keep on trading that. However, I am a little bit contrarian and I don't like buying the highs. So I would prefer to either I don't want to sell it from here necessarily. I want to long it, but I don't want to buy it from where it is either. So I'm kind of in two modes. So I want to like have fun this scalping session and like sort of roll the dice a bit and try find a sell, or do I just want to be patient enough and wait for the better play, which would be that maybe I should look for sells if price is significantly breaking under these areas and they're looking for a bit of a deeper pullback into buys. Now, how long do I want to be at the charts? That's the thing. Oh, no doubt. Absolutely. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt I'll be putting alerts in for when I'm out. And I'll just sort of watch this London Open. But I do want to try find a trade in this specific, London Open as well, because it is fun to have a trade going. Yeah, so I guess we'll see. 30-minute candle is just about to close. We've got 5 more minutes. I haven't watched the price. What to go off? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the one thing I'm mindful of though is because the daylight savings shifted in the New York session. The New York session is slightly off because it's broadly changed the New York session 1 hour earlier, which means that means like it's all till last Sunday of this month, London session will go back and Europe. And then the first Sunday of April, Asian session will put their clocks forward. Just to London, yeah, just for end of this month. You're hoping forever because you're a kid. For Sasha, yeah. Yeah, so UK UK kind of absorbed the news of CPI because it's not like a FOMC, which is like really late after the London sessions closed. So they were still trading. It was like just after lunchtime. We'll see. I'm sure a trade will pop out. Gold kind of just stuck in this little tight range, which is kind of sucky. Really, really dead. Far out. Yeah, kind of like to see gold longs. Let's see if we can get gold longs. Because it's so bullish. I mean, there's a part of me that want to see a lot of this corrected. Like I hate seeing this just so bullish, especially when it was like a week that I wasn't trading. So I missed a lot of it. But in the same thing as well, if we can create a bit of a floor, I would like to see it come back up, retesting, like sweeping these as well. And then like maybe being a trap inside of here, but actually just trading this part up. So I'd like to see some sort of support formed to go long on. Here we go. Johnny. You were welcome, mate. Looks like it's formed double top. Hey, Hannah. Yeah, it was good. It was so full on in Australia, which is nice. Loved being there. Kind of depressing coming back. But also a relief because we packed so much into the time that we were there that and Maddie was just not dealing well with the drives. So it kind of really hamstrung us a bit, and it was kind of stressful because a lot of the time when we go drive anywhere, it was just we realized we were going to listen to her scream for like an hour. So really trying to get her to sleep or like just get comfortable with the car rides was just freaking awful. Hey, Gav. Yeah, easy over here. This side. Yeah, gosh, the flight was awful. Flight was absolutely awful. We did, but she doesn't accept it. And she kind of accepted a bit on the long leg, which was fine. But then the flight from from Dubai to Manchester was packed both sides. And it just gave us no room to move. Tried. She just. Well, that's why we threatened her. So she's not going to sleep. I'm like, all right, Daddy's going to hold. She's like, see, you had a better situation before. Now you can go to sleep. Yeah, she can't see it yet. All right, so here's the open right now. We just clicked over. What are we going to do? We don't have any. Oh, no, we do. We had unemployment. Oh, no, I'm back. Date. We had UK GDP, didn't change anything. We've got no other news apart from like Fed speakers. We're in Fed blackout now, aren't we? Because we've got the announcement next week. Let's check financial juice. What headlines? More likely to cut rates in June than April. Yeah, they're holding out. I've been saying this for a while. Euro don't want to cut before the US. They don't want to wait. They don't want to cut before the US, but they can't afford to cut too late because of the lag effect. So they're going to try. They've got deflationary forces already in the market pulling inflation down in the euro, and lowering interest rates is to combat deflation or the disinflation. So yeah, they don't, because it's such a lag, they don't want to leave it too low, too late. All right. Yeah, I don't think they want that. Okay. Oh yeah. I think we've got a bit of a range set. So I might even just entertain shorts for like 20 pips. Yeah. Yeah, we've kind of taken that. Yeah, because Asian took the high. I reckon we correct some of this New York move. Because I do want to see it work its way down to like the 50%. Oh, where's my screen gone? Can you guys see my screen? Oh, there we go. It's black. It was black for me for a second. Okay. First 5 minute candles coming in bearish. I think I just take it down for a little bit. Okay. Okay, so I'm going long. Oh, sorry. Mental. I'm still jet lagged. Going short. My bad. Yeah. Box around the. Yeah. Sorry. I put a box around these two because I reckon this is where we're kind of trapped for now. So I'm looking for it to at least push down to the 60s, somewhere in the 60s into this wick. Keeping a relatively tight stop. I'm not going to let it play around too much because we are fighting such a strong trend. And I prefer just to short. Prefer to long from much lower. But kind of, let me get rid of this because it's kind of just skewing the color scheme, isn't it? So come on, these two. Gold stuck 21.59 still. Let's have a look at NAS. Yeah, looks like more space on NAS for that clean candle. Yeah, turn the computer off. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Mm. Oh, a little gap up. Come on. Mm-hmm. How are you back testing? Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you're just going and looking for examples, not doing like prediction back testing. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah. One of the guys I know is doing it. Right. Mm. Yeah, maybe we can chat about it on the weekend. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a good proponent of understanding the behaviors that lead to when you are trading, like essentially gambling. It's like what puts you in tilt, what makes you, what are the behaviors that lead into that? Like, is it taking like a little trade and then doing this, and slowly before you know it, you're just trading recklessly. So he's like, try to understand those, because you might understand the feelings it is when you are trading recklessly, but what got you to that? So identifying those might point out those like early red flags. Yeah, no, yeah, you follow your plan. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, how many times in the streams it's like take a loss in the first trade and the second trade, we pick it, or even taking 2 losses and then pick it, but then you're still ending up the smaller losses are definitely outweighed by the bigger wins. Like if risk rewards on your side, so win rate doesn't like. It's really like I prefer to have a high win rate because I think it gives you more confidence to enter into a trade. But there are so many strategies and ways that you can have like a 20% win rate and still come out way on top just because you're happy to take like 10 pip loss, 20 pip loss, 15 pip loss, 10 pip loss, 100 pip win. And it's just about trying to like, get into the trade. Thanks, man. Thanks very much for looking after the guys with the streams as well when I was away for that time. Yeah, definitely. See you soon, mate. I'll be doing it for quite a few more New York sessions, especially to catch up for that week away. Yeah. So today I can't because we've got to go get an MOT on the car and drop it off and then walk back and then do stuff and go pick it up. So today I reckon I'm going to be out most of the day. Plus got to. What's that? Oh, he's on the phone. Slow opening. Let's see what any headlines popped up. How's yen? Your yen going? Pound yen. Oh, look at this. It's all a bit skewed on these lower time frames because we've had such like relatively low volatility post CPI. So it's kind of difficult to get the scaling right because of such a huge move. And then we go down a time frame to try and get like some of the data, and it just skews it like this. So 3 minutes. So I like how it pushed up into like this little fair value gap, whatever you want to call it. So price tried to push down, came back up. 5 minute bearish candle sort of got overlapped. 3 minute rejection wick. And then we'll get another one. If this one can close like this, then I think we can retest this and lower. Come on, 3 minutes candle. To which side, up or down? It's rejecting from that no wick candle. Yeah, from this candle, stopped at. So it looks like German's following a very similar sort of pattern, just much smaller. Oh, 3 minute closed. Higher than the previous low. Come on. Yeah, cool. Come on, German, drop. So we won't have any surprise speakers from the Fed because they went on their blackout on the weekend. So shouldn't get any surprise from the US side. So I don't mind if it bangs off here a few times while it's sort of like gathering orders. I don't think this is the low of London session. So I'm happy to hold this. Yeah, I didn't spot that. We'll restart the study sessions again. So we had that last week off. So we'll do it on, it'll be Sunday. Yeah, they changed the Blue Guardian changed their from 8-cap all the stuff that's going on in the prop space. NAS100. Spread's good. It's 0.4 on DAX. 1.4 for gold. 2.2 for NAS, but we'll see what that is in New York session. But for Germans, very good. Yeah, I don't can never be sure with how what happens on behind the scenes with these prop firms, like how they get to low spreads. That's very good. How's everyone else going on their side? Has anyone so Sarah smashed it? Congrats. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're saying. Oh yeah. Mm. Oh yeah, yeah. You know, okay, come on, drop. The one thing I noticed that's lacking so much these days is customer service. Not just talking about like and everything from restaurants to flights to dealing with business, so like banking. Customer service is very, very poor in a lot of places. So I'd almost prioritize paying. Well, I would happily pay more for better customer service for sure. Okay, come on. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Looking good so far. Come on. A bit more. Come on, just break through this little bit. This little bit here. This little bit. Come down to the pink line. Now I'm going to secure at that point. And I'm actually going to hold a runner to see if we can correct a lot of this CPI move. That's an interesting. That's an interesting concept. Right. Should I scale or scale in or scale out? Because first trade back. This is the only thing I'm cautious of. First trade for the week, essentially. Well, not first for the week. I took a little trade yesterday on the gold. When I was literally just picking up the luggage. Okay, I'm gonna scale out. Beauty. Looks like just in time as well. I did that. But I'm interested in scaling on this one as well, to scale back in. Oh, yeah? 73. Oof. Jesus. Yeah, that's nuts. I don't know where this is going to go. I was listening to Lynn Lynn Alden. A good podcast yesterday on fiat currency, and she was putting without meaning to, put a massive case for Bitcoin as well, which I don't know if it's going to be the one that I wonder if it's going to get crushed at some stage, but crypto's like fiat currency's it's the end. surely at some stage. You can't like last for like another hundreds of years. Then Alden currency via death spiral. This no. Anyway, it was one of them. It was one of them. She was talking about Bitcoin quite a lot. Okay, so the runner, just gonna see. So basically, nothing can hurt me on this trade now. And down that, see this on the 30-minute, this gap here. I've got an alert halfway. That's where I put the target for the runner of this trade. So close like 80% of it. Not moving the stop to break even, keeping the stop above. And then because I close 80%, still going to be profit no matter what. I'm just going to see if this can actually correct a lot of this CPI move down to at least like the 50% of the New York session. And then from here, once this alert goes off, I'll be looking for some sign of a coming in, and then would like to take it up if I get the right price action. But the sells played out, took a bit of waiting though, a bit annoying, but that's what you guys are here for as well, so we can chat about things and think about, when I was away, about trading performance. And because I do make quite a few mistakes in these streams, which does annoy me, and it's because I watch the chart, I watch it too much here, whereas a lot of my trades from like once the alert goes off, and then just alert goes off, I'm not really paying too much attention to the chart. I'm waiting for, I know the level, waiting for the price action. I see the price action and then put the trade on. Those ones I'm a lot more comfortable with because I'm not watching the price action. Whereas I think like in these live streams, just waiting and watching the price action, if something's not moving for like 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, I'm like, I'm kind of over just staring at this and like unsure if it's going to go up or down for now, the little market open volatility. So that's where I make a bit of a mistake, or I get into early and then have to like, I take a loss and then the second trade actually goes all right. Or like here, like I was pretty comfortable just holding this one. Didn't like, I wasn't really paying too much attention to this candle. Price opened, little London low, took out this little low here, pushed back up into this little area. To me, I was like, yeah, makes sense. This is like a bit of a resistance. Finally got a bit of a rejection candle. And then just 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes before we finally started seeing that settle down. Because I was pretty confident, this wasn't the low of London session. This may be, because we took the euro low. That's why I secured at the pink line. Now, if we can get a bit more momentum of bearishness, then we are trading from the all-time highs. And this whole upward trend is very, very much intact, even with a pullback down to this black line to keep on going up. That would be absolutely fine to see. So, yeah, and that second structure as well, down this area. So even like taking longs from here is where I want to be looking for longs. I don't want to long from this area. But it wasn't really giving me a clean sell opportunity either until I saw London Open do this candle, which it kind of did get negated almost immediately. So this is the first 5 minutes of London Open. Then this guy sort of engulfed it, but only back up to resistance. So I was pretty happy just to say, I still think it's going to come down lower. And even though my entry wasn't great, as in like getting in about here, this whole this is like there's very little drawdown in the whole scheme of things. Very little. And now if it comes out and bounces me out, then so be it. So be it. Very locked in profits. Oh, geez, Bitcoin, man. I'm waiting for Ripple to go crazy. That's where I've got most of my holdings. Cardano, Solana, and XRP. I wish I got into Bitcoin. Yeah, that's true. And if you got 0.1, really? I wonder how many are held by like BlackRock and those guys. Yeah. Oof. Jeez. Even though, like with the CPI yesterday, it's still scary swings, isn't it? Even though it doesn't look that bad, but still going from like 72.5 down to 68, like 4,500. It's still like a 5% swing. That's huge volatility. Yeah, I wonder. So I do wonder though if it gets crushed and it's like some other technology that comes out and say they really want to push to a centralized coin, all I'd have to do, well, I guess it's because it's peer-to-peer. That's the thing, is that you can make payments peer-to-peer and get around the centralized exchanges. So that's what it's got going for it. So if it's worldwide adopted, I wonder what they just, I don't know. Who? MicroStrategy. Right. Wonder what they got in that. How do you spell sailor? Like this? RYLOR. What's he look like? Maybe I have seen him before. See, I was thinking about it as well. Remember, there was. I've got a friend. He's an old guy, and he was really he just did not want to bring up credit cards. Was very, very skeptical of credits. And now, you look at you talk about that to someone in this day and age, and you think you're crazy to not have a credit card, or not necessarily not have a credit card, but not to just not to what's the word I'm looking for? Not just not gosh, I'm still jet lagged. To in this day and age, not to just understand it's so normal now for credit cards. So whether you want to buy things on credit or just cash, I think credit cards are great. As long as you have the money to buy for things, it just saves having to carry cash around. It's easy, and to make actual transactions everywhere, it's much easier to have credit cards, because if you try pay cash and everything, it's so difficult. If you want to buy flights or whatever, how hard is that? You've got to always be around when the business is open. But there are still people that before credit cards came in really popular, they were still just would only wanted to operate in cash or have these cashless societies. These these people that don't even have bank accounts as well, that just hold their cash, like emerging markets. Whereas is that going to be the same thing? Is there going to be people not willing to adopt Bitcoin and these cryptocurrencies, and they're going to be left in the dust, and it's going to become so normal in the next generation that people look at like me and be like, why didn't you get in at the start? Why it took so long to adopt a credit card or adopt a Bitcoin? Yeah. So what happens if you hold Bitcoin and all of a sudden XRP is the one that just takes off and is going to be the one that is going to last the longest? Mm. Yeah. Uh, Gotcha. So what about F? That's the other one, that's second biggest market cap, isn't it? Yeah. Right. Yeah. 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 Okay. See, I think everyone was still, when it was like here, it was still following that that greed, despair, hope, just that kind of the emotions of trading. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. When the red, when it bleeds red, is a time to buy. Or blood on the streets, time to buy this thing. So when it was following like this pathway, think that was when everyone was like, this was the best time to buy, but the scariest time as well, because it's just the crash. But then it's just gone boom. Yeah. Hmm. That works with stocks as well. Yeah. Who do you buy through? CoinSpot. Right. Because I had everything in. I've got everything in Revolut. And then there was someone else as well that said it was actually it's like 2% to sell, or like to close your position, which is a bit annoying. So the actual, yeah, that's the thing. I was just speculating on the price. Yeah, in the wallets. Yeah. Um, just checking. Yeah, I actually last time I used cash, like actual cash, I bought something at the airport just now because I had like $20 in my wallet. That wasn't going to like it just sits there forever otherwise. Last time I actually used cash, I've traveled heaps in the last like few years. Used cash in the US a little bit, but other than that, haven't needed to actually withdraw all through Europe. Haven't needed to withdraw anything, any actual cash. Everything's cashless. Just responding to it was Hannah saying like, especially I think COVID accelerated that. So many places in Australia when I was there just would not accept cash whatsoever. You couldn't pay with cash. Yeah. Yes, that's what I was wondering about. Hmm. Anyone still holding this? Yeah, cool. Oh, nice one. Ah, beautiful. Yeah, that's really nice. Glenn should have kept his trend line on. He's back. See the trend line? Your trend line, Glenn? Beautiful. All right, come on. Yeah, it's just got. Oh, Joe, full runner still going. Full position still going. Nice one. I've only got my runner. There's a straight drop from the trading nut at 8:08. Do I stay in at 8:28? Can I get in? I think that was the exact reason we're talking about it as well. And Johnny, I see your comments too, saying that you would have been up like 5 or 6% more profitable if you just set the trades and walked away. It's the watching. The watching kills you. So I think it's good to have a like if you plan a trade, plan some levels. You just gotta if you're gonna sit there and watch, make that time useful to like either you can watch the price action. I think watching the price action is important, especially to see like volatility because you do see like patterns pop up, but not to also not let the price action weird you out too quickly. Because if you just, sometimes the easiest trades are the ones you just set and forget. Yeah, Damo, it's good to be back as well. It was pretty hard trading from just the laptop. To run these streams. That's why we didn't stream. So we still did the streams of the Zooms, because there was one it was either on the one screen with the Zoom. I did buy a monitor to leave there when I go there again, but trying to actually do YouTube streams, you do need a whole screen set up just for it to run like the Streamlabs and make sure you can see like the comments and settings. Otherwise, it's very, very, very difficult. Anyway, the Zoom people, stay on. I'm just going to close down the streams. So YouTube guys, thanks so much for being here. Hope you guys holding these sells. I think we're in for a good one. The longs are still going to come in for sure. Absolutely for sure. There'll still be some longs. But for now, I think it was pretty clear that from the London Open, that sells was the best scalp play, wasn't it? Anyway, I'll see the YouTube. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Zoom people, stay on. I'm not finished.